It's time for the Sports Report with your host, Mike Prince. For scores, updates, and highlights, Waller County area, the Sports Report is your one-stop spot. And now let us join in today's program.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bulldogs coming out of the timeout. 2.8 seconds. The Eagles have made their adjustments. William Wagner will remain the inbounder. See how the Bulldogs have this unfold. The long heave is to Darius Harris. He gets it, shoots it with 1.5 seconds, and he makes the basket. You have got to be kidding me. Darius Harris makes the three-point shot with 1.4 seconds remaining, and the Bulldog faithful have got to be careful not to get a technical foul call because it only sends the game into overtime. But you're talking about a big shot from the Bulldogs to Darius Harris. He gets the ball and shoots the three-pointer and makes it fall down, and the Bulldogs are yet still alive. You have got to be kidding me. The Bulldogs are fighting with everything that they have.
All I can say is wow. Good morning, Wednesday, February the 19th, 2014. What an outstanding performance by the Waller Bulldogs, pulling off the upset, victorious over the Georgetown Eagles. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with the Wednesday edition of the Sports Report.
In the last 30 years, childhood obesity in America has tripled. Today, 1 in 3 kids is already overweight or obese. This is registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Good nutrition is key to fighting childhood obesity. These tips can help your child stay healthy. Recruit them to the kitchen. Preparing meals teaches kids about healthy foods like lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy. Make sure to get 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Make it a family activity. And avoid sugary or caffeinated beverages. Give kids water, low-fat milk, and 100% fruit juices. To keep your whole family healthy, see a registered dietitian and visit www.eatright.org. Encouraging you to eat right, I'm registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
What if I told you that for $36, you could make a big difference? At $36 a year, you can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This annual donation would help us continue the success of our broadcast throughout Waller County. Visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. All right, welcome back to the Sports Report, the Wednesday edition. Mike Prince, your host, right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County athletics. What an outstanding performance by the Waller Bulldogs on last night, coming in with a 12-13 overall record, 9-7 in district play, ranked 551st in the state of Texas, coming in facing the overwhelming favorite Georgetown Eagles, 25-6 overall, ranked 71st within the state of Texas. When you look at it on paper, the Bulldogs had no reason to be in this contest, but that's why we play the games. We were able to catch up with Coach Earl Claiborne after the game, and here are his thoughts and reflections.
Well, first of all, hats goes off to these kids. They did a great job in believing in the game plan. It started out, they didn't give us a chance. They were talking about a blowout. I got on the internet and found some articles and found some real good bulletin board material. Put it on the bulletin board and say, hey, guys, this is what they think about us.
And you're talking about showing up. Darius Harris and Forrest Thibodeau literally wheeled the Bulldogs to victory on tonight.
Right.
Thibodeau had 16 total points, but he got majority of his points. He got 11 of his points in that fourth period.
In the fourth period. We knew that they had trouble matching up with him man to man. And, of course, they played man the whole game. And our whole game plan was to put it on the floor and make those guys defend. And, right there at the fourth quarter, we found it.
Yes, sir, you found it. And you're talking about finding. Now, the spectacular last-second three-pointer by Darius Harris.
Right.
With 1.4 seconds remaining, and then he takes over at the overtime and making every point from the charity stripe. And, Coach, you talked about it. Defense and free throws at this time of year is really what it's all about.
Right. And on that last shot, that's the play that we work on. It wasn't just by random. We work on that play, but we wasn't actually looking for the three-pointer in designing the play, but we had to go to it tonight. So the kids did a great job of executing, and I'm just so happy for them because this was my first group when I got here. They were freshmen when I got here. We've never experienced this level of success, and our kids work hard just like everybody else in Waller, and they deserve it.
Yes, sir, no doubt. Now, Coach, explain to those that are listening right now, what's the scenario that we have for the next event?
For the next ball game, we would play the winner of Beaumont Central and Humble. And they were playing tonight. I'm not sure what the outcome of that one is, but we'll find out here later. But we know that we'll be playing Friday.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere.
We'll be playing Friday, and the Open Mic Broadcast Network will be there to give you the live game coverage. Coach, I want to thank you so much, first of all, for taking the time out, for allowing us to tag along with you and provide this service back to the community. It's a labor of love for us,
right.
And we watch you guys, how you intensely work it. And sometimes when things are not unfolding the way that people think it should, you have to take some heat. But you've manned up from beginning to end,
right.
And I'll be the first to tell you, a job well done.
Right.
But we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. But coaching is a tough job. And sometimes everybody's not going to be happy with you, but you got to trust in what you believe in, and you got to stick to your guns. And that's what I told these kids. This is all I know. I can only coach one way. I cannot change, according to you. I got to coach the way that I know how to coach. So it all worked out, and we're happy to be playing another game.
Yes, sir. So Friday night, the Bulldogs will play again. Do we happen to know what location would be at?
Not yet.
Okay, but it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be there. Victorious Bulldogs taking the heavily favored Georgetown Eagles into overtime, winning by the final score of 64-61.
And once again, congratulations to Coach Earl Claiborne and the Waller Bulldogs. Bulldogs shot fantastic from the free throw line. As a team, they were 21 of 24. 31 points by Darius Harris. 8 of those points, which came in the overtime, and they came from the free throw line. Forrest Thibodeau, 16 points, 11 of his points in the fourth period. Yet 7 strong points by David Matoya, 3 points by William Wagner, 2 points by Corbin Vines, and another 2 points which came from the free throw line from Eric Wright. Now, leading scorer for the Georgetown Eagles was Addison Hebert. Hebert had 19 points. He was assisted with Josh Cruz. Cruz had a total of 9 points. Yet 14 points by Sam Talbert and 4 points by Mr. Hayden Corrales. So the Bulldogs advance. They outlasted the Georgetown Eagles, outscoring them in the third quarter 16-13, and in overtime 8-5. The box score was at the half. It was 21-23. Bulldogs were trailing, and you had a feeling that it was going to be close with the way things were unfolding. Great job for the Bulldogs as they will advance against Beaumont Central Jaguars. They were victorious over Humble by the score of 43-42. So we do know that those two will get together on Friday night. The location has yet to be determined. We will find it out later on today. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio for all the latest information. You can also like our Facebook page. Go to Open Mic Broadcast Network, like our page, and keep up with the information as it unfolds on our side. And don't forget, you can listen to our broadcast by way of iHeartRadio by going to iHeartRadio.com. Simply go to the talk section, from there to sports, and look for OBN Sports. And when all else fails, you can keep up with us on our website by way of going to KTORradio.com. We're going to take another pause for the calls, and we'll be right back with more right here on the Sports Report.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
You're listening to the official voice of Waller County Athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. All right, welcome back to the Sports Report. As we reported on the Waller Bulldogs, so must we now cover the rest of Waller County. Congratulations to the Hempstead Bobcats as they were victorious over the Blooming Grove Lions by the score of 88-77. That game was actually played on Monday. So the Bobcats will advance to round 2 against the 29-3 Salado Eagles. The Eagles were victorious over Hamilton by the score of 72-51. Now, that game is scheduled to be played February the 20th. We don't have the location yet, but as soon as we get that, we will forward that on to you. And we also wanted to try and give you an update about the Royal Falcons. The Royal Falcons, 13-10, were scheduled to take on the Smithsville Tigers, 19-11. That game also was scheduled for Monday, but we cannot get to our sources to get any feedback. So if any of you would happen to know what that score is and would like to tweet it to me, please feel free to do so at OBN_radio, or you can simply drop us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. Well, the weekend is going to be action-filled with playoff games from the Hempstead Bobcats and the Salado Eagles starting Thursday. The Waller Bulldogs and the Beaumont Central Jaguars will get together on Friday. And we can't forget the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. The Panthers will be on the road starting February 22nd and 24th. They will take on the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions at 5:30 with the women's tip-off on that Saturday, February 22nd, and also take on the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. Be sure to keep up here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Sports Report for all the updates and the latest that's going on throughout Waller County. Well, I tell you what, this is going to take care of today's edition of the Sports Report. Once again, congratulations to the Waller Bulldogs and Coach Earl Claiborne. Congratulations to the Hempstead Bobcats and to the Royal Falcons. And let's keep pushing for the Prairie View Panthers. This is Mike Prince saying God bless. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you on the other side. The Sports Report is a production of the Open Mic Broadcast Network located in Prairie View, Texas. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network is the official voice of Waller County Athletics.